Hello, everyone, and welcome to Payroll Training. In this short video, we'll walk through how to calculate Fair Labor Standards Act, or FLSA, overtime hours, and how to enter them correctly on your MTU Experience timesheet. Before we begin, it's important to note that Payroll strongly recommends using the FLSA overtime calculator provided on the Payroll website. This calculator helps ensure your hours and premium amounts are calculated correctly before entering them into Experience. First, let's talk about how FLSA overtime is determined. For union employees, FLSA overtime is based on hours worked over 40 hours in a single week. Only hours actually worked count towards this calculation. Paid leave, holidays, and other non-worked hours do not count. We do have an exception for certain POA union employees who do use over 80 hours in a paid period. At the end of each week, you want to total all your hours worked. If you worked 40 hours or less, no worries. There is no FLSA overtime to report. You only then need to figure and determine your contractual overtime to report, if any. If you worked more than 40 hours, the hours over 40 are considered FLSA overtime hours. This is where the FLSA calculator should be used. By entering in your total worked hours into the calculator, it will determine the correct FLSA premium amounts to report and prevent errors on your timesheet. All right, here is our FLSA calculator that is on our payroll website for download. So we are going to start off with an example, and we're going to work 46 hours, okay? So we're going to put in 46 hours in our calculator under input, and then we're going to decide if we want FLSA OT and our 250 units, or if we want FLSA comp time earned. And you can see this is how then we would report it. In this example over here, our second calculator, this is if we wanted to report a little bit of both. So we would say 46 hours. And if we left comp time hours at 0, it would report all of them into FLSA OT hours and our unit premium. If we wanted to say 4 hours, it would automatically calculate to ensure that the OT hours match how many hours were over 40. This calculator can go negative, but please note that if it does go negative, it is an error, and you would not be able to enter negative hours on your experience timesheet. So for example, if I put 10 hours here, stating I wanted to take 10 hours of comp time when I only worked 46, it would then throw a negative into FLSA OT hours to then balance to that 6. But that you cannot work negative hours. So that would not work. All right, so in our example, we're going to enter this for week 1, and we'll do FLSA OT units. And then for our week 2, we will enter in this example, a little bit of both. So in week 1, so in both weeks, we worked 46 hours. In week 1, we're going to take our cash and get paid as FLSA OT units. And then in week 2, we're going to take 2 hours of cash, and then we're going to comp the remaining 4 hours, which will then turn into 6 hours of comp time. All right, so we are going to return here, and I'm going to restart this timesheet. So I am in Experience into my timesheet, and I am in a test environment because I needed the certain union codes to give an example for this video. All right, so we are going to enter in 46 hours for the week. So we'll do 8, 8, and then on Saturday, I came in and worked 6. All right, so this is my normal working hours. Before I do anything, I want to go preview. All right, These look good. I have 46 hours in week 1, no overtime reported. Let me go back. Let's go back to week 1. So now in Saturday, I am over 40. Now I'm going to report our OT overtime units. So that means I need code 250 and six units there. So I'm going to add this. My code 250 is FLSA overtime, 6 units, save. Let's preview. Okay, 46 hours, regular, 6 units of overtime premium, looks good. All right, now for week 2, we are going to do this example where I worked 46 hours. I'm going to get paid for 2 hours of FLSA overtime, and I'm going to bank 4 hours. You look down here, that 4 hours does turn into 6, and that is because your comp time is reported at time and a half. All right, so let's do. All right, so I enter in my normal hours. So if we look right now in preview, it's 46 regular hours. We understand that's over 40 and that some OT needs to be applied. So let's go back and put in that OT. Again, we're going to make it look like this. Okay. So let's add in our earn codes before we take down any other 001 hours. Let's add in our comp time regular, comp time earned. That is at 4 hours. And then our FLSA comp earned can be at 2 hours. Okay. And in doing so, we need to also add 2 units here, and then we need to reduce our 001 hours from 46 down to 42. Okay. So let's add another earn code in here. Let's get our FLSA OT. That is going to be 2 units. And then this, our 6 hours that we worked on Saturday is going to go from 46 down to 42. So this will be 2 hours. That remaining 4 hours is going to our comp bank. All right, let's save here. And now let's preview. Okay. So 46 hours, 6 units. 42 hours, 2 units. 4 straight line comp hours, 2 premium FLSA comp hours. Does this match our calculator? Okay, 46 and 6. Good. Okay, week 2, 42, 2 units, 4 hours straight line, 2 hours premium. All right, that looks great. It's always important to double check that your total hours and premium units match the calculator. If you see negative values, remember your calculator might be in error. You will not be able to report that. You won't be able to save it. So please review that before you try to put it in experience. Give us a call if you have any questions. If you have other questions involving working out of class, multiple pay rates, or both overtime and comp in the same week, give us a call. Working out of class, multiple pay rates should work appropriately using your shift and out of class codes. If you use that out of class code for your 001 hours, use that same out of class code for your FLSA OT and your comp time. Use the same codes because that links to the job and your hourly wages. And again, thank you for reporting your time accurately. Proper reporting ensures you're paid correctly and keeps the university compliant with federal law. All right, thank you for tuning in. Have a good rest of your day.